Just in, PulseChain core coins are ripping to the moon. Welcome back for another juicy update. Pumpkins, look at this green weekly super trend flip from PLS the core. It's starting to rotate up. The big move is right around the corner. Check out this sea of green as we look at here. PulseX, Inc, HEX, and pHEX, friends. Look at these. They're absolutely cranking green, 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 green. Also, what I love here, friends, they have the holders count. So 161 new people. That's awesome, man. 161 new people bought into PulseX all around the world in just 24 hours. And with HEX as well, you have 190. That's wonderful. Also, Inc, let everybody come in to get that juicy, juicy, sweet Inc. So, oh, man, everything's just starting. I'm going to give you some nice Cranky G pump music. It's happening. It's finally happening, friends, because what we're looking at is a Bitcoin price. You know, Jim Cramer got bullish. Is the universe going to turn here? I guess we'll see, friends. We have Bitcoin sitting around $96,000. Oh, man. The 100K FOMO, you can feel it. You can really feel it in your loins and your bones, friends. This is me having a good time on the chair. It's absolutely going to crank, friends. It's absolutely rising. Now, I'm just going to show you. Look at this, friends. Look at this absolutely crazy thing stuff going here on the pTokens. We deserve a black hole pump, to be honest. Look at that. Look at all that green. Can you believe it? $1 HEX, huh? pHEX, friends. HEX from PulseChain is leading the way. It's absolutely cranking. Let's check the pulse ratio as well. This is shooting through to the moon. So this is beautiful. You know, friends, I just want to remind you, see how it topped out here? It just like does this like sideways move here. Yeah, we might see something like that around here. It might do that. But don't even worry about these ratios now, because what I've actually noticed is it's detrimental to your health in a lot of situations, because for ratios, instead of people using them how they should, what I noticed some naughty people doing is, when they should be selling off their Bitcoin, their BlackRock Bitcoin, or their Ethereum, or their stable coins, or using money from their bank account, when they should be deploying them to buy alts or to get the high growth stuff like this, they should be doing that. Instead, what they do is they look at one of the altcoins and they go, oh, let me play the rotation game. Let me try to play the ratio game. You shouldn't be doing that, friends. You shouldn't be entertaining that thought. Remember, you spend your BlackRock BTC first, because you're moving in like an order of magnitude, rent. You go to alt season, yeah? So you got your BlackRock BTC first, then your Ethereum, and then you go down the stable coins. Obviously, the best thing to actually spend first is stable coins, of course. Stable coins and anything from your bank account, okay? Before you even touch a BTC or Ethereum. And what's wonderful is the Bitcoin dominance. Remember, we have 2 red weekly candles. This is from Jimmy Cramer. So I guess, you know, we're going to need this to flip down, man. Once it flips down, it's really go time. But a lot of these pTokens, friends, this pretty much, there's been some discussions out here in PulseChain community, and I've got to show the logo to you one more time. PulseChain, a neo-religion priced like a celebrity meme coin. So all over PulseChain, you have all the pToken copies and stuff. And obviously pDAI, friends, pDAI has been absolutely ripping. Like, it's obviously the spear of everything. It's up like 30% in the past 24 hours, doing huge moves. Everyone's praying that we get to the lucrative 5 cent, 10 cent, and then $1. But the way I see it, it's not obviously not just up to me, but it's clear that you need the spear has to go up first, and has to go up so far it ignites everybody, because everybody thinks, oh, I can go and get rich now. You can't let everything go up like 3x together. Basically, what you got to do is do the Soylana model, but this is how they work, friends. So in a nutshell, it's almost like pDAI and the people's Bitcoin, pWBTC, they have to like go to parity to like blow everybody's minds, and that's what gets everybody in, because we saw this exactly happen with Soylana and BONK, as I've shown you many times. And I'll show you the BONK chart, friends. So BONK from August up here, friends, BONK was up 140x when Soylana in that time was only up what, like 20 or something x. So here you go, from the, see around here from the August part up to the top, there you go, 9x. Compare 9x to 120. It's what it was BONK and it was Dog with Hat. They were like the unicorn flyers. And obviously like Ansoy, obviously it's called for Ansoy Friends. Why? Because he blocked me on Twitter. So Ansoy, he was like one of the big proponents of Dog with Hat, but he gave it to everybody at 100k market cap. And it did a 40,000x from that point, from 100k up to 4 billion market cap. If I check what it is right now, it's at 3 billion market cap. So as you can see, man, these things are flying. And you know, everybody wants to know Wen Moon, Wen Moon, Wen Moon. Well, look, it looks like, look, friends, we don't know, man. We don't know, but it seems like pDAI is the key missing link. Seems like, okay, there's like 11 pieces of evidence on chain and everything Richard said. So the missing link. So we have to get pDAI to $1. Then Richard can activate pretty much the Hyperloop phase where the core coins rise. So basically, if you go and check out like HEX, for example, as HEX goes up to like, you know, 10 cents, friends, this is obviously a $1 target. What you can see is you go to GoPulse, you can see the OA. Look at this. The OA, so the total market cap of HEX is 17 billion. So the OA's got like what, 15 billion of that, all right? But that's at a 2.5 cent price. So what I can show you now is if you're at 15 billion with your collateral, if HEX goes up 4x, now you have 60 billion. You see that? At 10 cents, now you've got 60 billion. So he can use the HEX, move it into the collateral of the vault, and then it's like, oh, you can mint like up to 40 billion pDAI, which obviously you won't because it's very dangerous, because if the core coins drop again, then puts everything under stress, you see? But he can mint like 1 billion pDAI, you see? And then the pDAI gets to flow through the system. But then you might say, okay, but if you do that, where's the bridge going to be? Well, that's, friends, that's why you're playing for the big PulseX, the greatest DEX, the greatest casino in crypto. You're playing for, I guess, farms to appear here, which are like eDAI and pDAI farms, and they're just bridging and bonding everything together. You see? Look, friends, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Richard... See, friends, this is a nice lollipop. Okay? It's a nice lollipop. I'm sure Richard has got like a labyrinth of all the equations out and the flow where he's like, okay, let me get, you know, like the BlackRock BTC guys to get a farm with the people's Bitcoin, which is now pegged or something. So, and then that'll have another onflow. And then he's like, okay, let me do because what you can do, friends, I mean, I'm just showing you right now. You can do Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I'll do that. So I've got the logos here. So, you know, Bitcoin, friends, he can make like a Bitcoin and Ethereum pair. Okay. Now you have everybody's bonding here. Okay. And then you can do something like, he's like, okay, now let me do like an Ethereum and a Pulse pair, which already exists, by the way. Do you know who's farming in that? Andrew Tate. Yes, 100% confirmed. Shout out to Money Gang Crypto for doing the analysis on that. So Andrew Tate is farming on the Pulse to ETH farm on PulseX. And I'm going to show you the page right now. This is right here. So he's in this farm. He's in Web from Ethereum and Pulse. This is just Ethereum and Pulse. So he's earning ink, and he's got all the other tokens as well. Okay, but he's too busy talking about the matrix, the matrix. He's too busy talking about the matrix all day. Why? Because the prices aren't high enough, bro. Once I start to slap in a big fat juicy green candle, man, right in your face. Okay, once we start to slap it in, friends, there you go. Just gotta flick it. Just gotta flick it. If you know what I mean. There you go. There you go. Look at that. That's when we move into the next phase, which is the Sommi is just going to keep tagging him until he gets bugged enough. But we know what to say to him, bro. We know what to say to him. But I know what type of guy Andrew Tate like. I know what all the followers are like. They respond to alpha male. They respond to Richard Hart, as in, hey, you're crying. Okay, go cry in the corner. I'm gonna keep moving that way. Okay, forward. Okay, you can go cry and let the world go by. Okay. That's the type of people that Andrew Tate, Donald Trump, Richard Hart, that's the type of congregation that you see out here, okay? It's different to like, hey, let's talk about the feelings and let's work out why things went wrong, okay? Just showing you, man. This is just, you got to understand his deep psychoanalysis stuff because you can see the bridging of the link, okay? That's how you buy and believe. So even on these farms, friends, right? Remember, he's linked Bitcoin and ETH, right? He's linked ETH and Pulse. And then he can link Pulse and something else. He's got Pulse and eDAI. You see? He can link, by the way, there is Pulse and eDAI. So he can link Pulse and eDAI, which is here, right? And then he can link the eDAI and the pDAI, My gosh. How did that happen? Wow. So you see what I mean? It started with getting the BTC guys in. You see, it started getting the BlackRock BTC guys in. So he's just creating this like long, everything's like liquidity bonded. You get it? So I'm just showing you like he can work out stuff like that, link everything together and everyone's in one ecosystem, but everyone's basically linking up. Okay, and that pretty much benefits all of us. So friends, I know I explain all these. I'm just opening up your mind to see how you can see the linkage, but you don't need to know exactly that because you mid-curve it, man. That's what I told you, friends. It's just a matter of, okay, you're the billionaire, not me. I'm long. What are your other options? You know, and that's what it comes down to, right? If you don't need to know all of these, but like, friends, remember I told you got like one home run hit. Like if you do 18 hours a day, which I've done here for you, friends. If this ends up being like a home run winner, this is the result of it. This is your opportunity because you're like, oh, I can see it. I can literally see it. I can see the path. I can see the future. Also, shout out to Baby Doll, Maddie Allen, friends. Only real men can admit they were wrong about pWBTC and pDAI. I was wrong. Congrats to the true believers. Now let's make mad gains together. So I just want to let you know, friends, remember, I have a video here. If you and your friends, you want to watch about pDAI, I know I've got a lot of cousins and everyone throwing in money. I'm just letting you know, friends, this is the one video to watch. pDAI is Richard Hart's secret coin. Okay, in here, I go through, you even see it live in this video. I have my epiphany and I do the sign of the cross. I'm like, I know that chart. I know that chart. That's the early HEX chart. I go back and I check because I checked every single candle, friends. So, like, man, we all got our talents, friends. You know, like Blockchain Backer, for example, he knows every single like 4-hour chart of Bitcoin. And I studied through them as well, friends, when I was day trading. Okay, every triangle, every this, every that, like these quirky little patterns. But with this, like, in the altcoin realm, like, yes, you get more risk, but look at the opportunity you get, bro. Like our upside, it's not the XRP, maybe 5 or 8x. You know what I mean? Our upside is the 50 to 80x. Okay, that's if you get it right. But then again, it's not so easy, right? Because everybody thinks they're going to be on the great unicorn. But why is this? Why is this happening now? Because the price went up. That's it. The price went up. We finally cleared that 1 cent level that I've been talking about for literally God knows how long. Like all you friends have been talking about 1 cent. I said, man, look, at 1 cent, it's like undeniable now. You got to have a position. But then I took all the information together. I string it all together. All the facts, friends. Remember, I even have this thread here, like 11 pieces of information. Like, honestly, you could have started it here. Stopped it at what I'm about to say. So, pDAI was the first logo Richard Hart added to PulseX. There you go. There you go. Okay, it's your project. See what I mean? So that's something to think about. Remember, friends, it is a neo-religion priced like a celebrity meme coin. So when we're navigating these, the repricing will happen as people start to figure this out. You know what I mean? Like, and friends, one of my very, very, very controversial video, but Richard Hart would agree. Okay, if you watch my video here, pDAI, PulseChain DAI will have more buyers at $1 than it has today. Okay, that is, everyone in PulseChain community's got to watch that. If you watch that, you have to watch that because I walk through how only Richard Hart, only someone like him with his experience, where he correctly predicted, he basically got the target with HEX. Where basically he's like so confident that as he pushes things up, there's more buyers, not sellers, okay? Only someone who's done that, they can pull off this pDAI thing. Where, you know, maybe it's fractionalized with the stable coin, you're building a decentralized nation. Because that's what the idea is, friends. You go from the cores to the stables, right? And the stables to the cores instead of bridging out. Only someone like him who's done that before will have the confidence to know that, you know, this can work. So, like, in a nutshell, if you're watching the Richard Hart's entry price for Ethereum, he's basically break even now. Okay, but he's got further to go. But I calculated if he's going to back it fully, 1-for-1, you need a $60,000 ETH. Okay, but I don't know when he might do it early, friends, because there's a lot of assumptions. Like, that's if he owns none of the circulating pDAI. What if he owns a lot? What if Maria is working with him? Just to let you know, friends, out of the 10 billion, Maria, this is the Atropa dev, he got 3 billion. He put it into Atropa. You know what I mean? So there's other things going on out here. It's just like, yes, it's, if you just look at HEX, you're like, wow, HEX went up that much. Like they probably pre-planned before to corner the market with a lot of supply, but do it slowly over time to allow everybody to get in. So yeah, it's a leap of faith ultimately at the end of the day still. So friends, during this time, okay, I've got to play some nice gentle angel music. There will be FOMO. People will feel FOMO, okay, because the green candle's not going to wait for everyone. There's a thin amount of supply and there's a lot of people waiting. And you know how, friends, you know how you got PTSD with me? You're like, oh, I don't want to buy through this stereo. It's going to come back down. Yeah. That is in 85% of the crypto cycle, 100% correct. However, we are now in that 15% window where buying highs makes you look like a genius because you're buying high and then it gaps up and then buy high again and it gaps up. Actually, it's funny enough. That's exactly what the pDAI price chart is doing. Hopefully, HEX starts to do this soon. You see that? Buying high, buying high, buying high, buying high. But that's what happens, man, in the bull market. By the way, that's exactly what happened to HEX before in the last bull market as well. So HEX is now 2.5 cents. We might see, friends, if you're just curious, I mean, like, let's just draw a fib from the top to the bottom. The 4.236 fib takes us to 17 cents. So it would be nice if we went, stopped around here, come back down, and then I can do another fib and go, all right, what's the 4.236 off the top here to the bottom here? Okay, now the next high is 60 cents. So that'll be beautiful to see. But like I said, man, they have to buy highs. You have to at this point. But like we got to buy cheap prices, but we got to suffer mentally and eternally with anguish. You get to buy. You don't have to wait that long, okay? But there's a cost to that, okay? It's the prices paid. Now, I have to remind you again. Please be careful of leverage trading. The reality of leverage trading. Did you know 90% of individuals who trade leverage markets end up broke or at best break even? Furthermore, the lifespan of most traders who trade the leverage markets is measured in weeks and months, not years. This is why there is so much marketing hype with the promise of riches about leverage trading, because the brokers need to continually entice new people to take up the challenge, okay? Yes, so it's some deep, dark, disgusting truths about the crypto industry. See, so many people lose in leverage trading that, like, you would think, friends, if you're a mainstream KOL, you're a mainstream influencer, like, they've been shilling the leverage trading stuff since like 2020, 2019. You would think, wait a minute, shouldn't you have enough customers in there who are trading and you're making a commission off their fees? Shouldn't you have that? Yeah, but there's a problem. They lost all their money. So you have to keep getting in new people. Right? It's just like everything else. You know, number go up. Yeah, they need they need more victims. More people not winning, which is sad, man. It's sad. But look, there's different leverage you can get, friends. So it's basically it's beta leverage. It's slingshot leverage. That's why we're looking for leverage on Pulse. Okay, we're looking for this slingshot stuff. We're playing in ecosystems. We're investigating these ecosystems. This is our advantage because we don't have a wipeout point. Okay, if Bitcoin drops 30% tomorrow, yeah, we're going to be scared, but it's not going to be game over, right? If your altcoins, friends, like for example, look at Pika, for example, friends. Pika is down, what, like 40% from the high, okay? Just because of the altcoin rotation game, 40-50% of the high. Because there's no leverage on this, okay? If Jeets want to Jeet it, you just let them Jeet. The Jeets leave and the strong hands accumulate, right? Because you're not, it's like, okay, I can't get rich this month. Okay, I'll wait another 12 months, okay? You have the luxury of time to do that. But when you're in leverage, you can't, okay? So I want you to know that people in leverage trading, they just don't know a better way. Because there's no perfect system. Because like they're like, hey, where do I go find about the coins? Who do I watch? Everybody's telling me different coins. I know. That's why you and I, we're blessed. Well, I'm here 18 hours a day, sitting on a squeaky chair, very pointy elbows here for you, wearing an astronaut helmet. Because we did the work, man. We literally did the work. But it wasn't so easy as well. How many times did I have to tell them HEX was a better Bitcoin, even though it's down 99.95%? You know what I mean? Like, I have to keep telling them that. Now you get to see it. Now you literally get to see it. It just comes down to low prices, friends. That's it. The hard part with HEX was it wasn't cheap at 90%. It then went another 90%. That is going to give you PTSD, I think, for the next bear market. But I'll be there telling you, hey, man, like, it doesn't have to go. Like, that might be what happens in the next bear market. It drops like 93%. And everyone's like, don't worry, there's another 90% to go. Just like, you see what I mean? So that creates opportunity. Because you'll be the only person slowly accumulating to buy when everyone else is waiting for much lower. Does it remind you of anything? Like Bitcoin 10K from 2022. Everyone's still basically waiting for it. Look at Crapo. Look at all the other bears, okay? But for now, things are looking good. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, and I'll catch you soon.